Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Sam B right here with the Tune Up Show. So check it out, right? As you all know, I always say this, like, yeah, I'm from Philly and all this, definitely. But here's the thing, man. What is it going to take for people in Philadelphia to really wake up about all this crime and everything that's happening around us, especially in the inner city, downtown, North Philadelphia? This is just a shot to people who pretty much stood by and watched this whole city implode on itself, politically, financially, and everything else that makes a person ambitious to want to do right in life. Okay, I say this all the time to people. People that ask me, what kind of city do you think Philadelphia is? And I tell people all the time, Philadelphia is the kind of city where it's a chameleon city. It can be whatever kind of city it wants. It can be as, great. It can be the greatest city in the world if it wants to be. But this kind of city, when you have a city that's ran by corrupt politicians, okay, and it's inhabited by unmotivated, lazy people with very, very low work ethic, that's not a city. That's a city, that's just a place where a lot of brain dead people are, and people that are more interested in just doing what they want to do. And with that, I love this city. I'm from this city. This city made me who I am, but I also know that it's certain aspects of this city where I just truly believe they're just not going to wake up until it's too late. Like, what is it going to take for people in this city to wake up? What is it going to take for people to get the picture that when you willfully go along with these corrupt politicians and corrupt bureaucrats in this state of PA, and the city of Philadelphia, when you willfully go along with these people to help not only steal an election, okay, but this city willfully went along with the bashing and ridicule of other people that didn't vote the way they wanted to vote. There are stories of people that literally went in to polls right after someone left, saw who they voted for, and started immediately copying down their information. Now, if that's not an invasion of privacy, I don't know what is. But you know what? All of that people did, that people in this city willfully went along with, it led up to this stuff. It led up to everything. Robberies, murders, everything. Because see, when you have a city full of unmotivated people to do the right thing, then you're going to have chaos. You're going to have cities like Seattle, LA, New York, now Philly. Okay, cities like Chicago, where nobody is motivated to do what's right. You're only going to get a bunch of people that's going to always do what's wrong. You know what I mean? So with that, we're going to talk. We're going to look at a few stories that happened within the last couple months, and we're going to see what's going on.
Robbers with high-end taste. Authorities say there has been a rash of crimes targeting people.
And what the hell is that supposed to mean? Robbers with high-end taste? Is she joking? This is the crap that I'm talking about. Okay? robbers with hot. So what is that even supposed to mean? Because I know she's reading off a teleprompter. So what is that supposed to mean? So just because they got high end taste, you know what I mean? That's supposed to be some kind of sentiment to the criminality of this city. Well, what the hell is wrong with her? What the hell is wrong with well, it's Channel 6, so I can't be too harsh, I guess.
Now to the search for bold robbers with high-end taste. Authorities say there has been a rash of crimes targeting people who are simply strolling the streets of Philadelphia, and the suspects appear to be going after Rolex watches. Action News obtained this video of one of those robberies, which happened this week. Action News reporter Bob Brooks joining us now live in Center City with details on the investigation. Bob.
Well, Shari, talk about brazen. This happened this past Tuesday right behind me here, right outside one of the Comcast towers, and police believe the same suspects may have been at it again just a few hours ago. It was Tuesday night. First, we see a group of 5 walking down Cuthbert Street, right next to Comcast Technology Center Tower. And suspects get out of a stolen Honda and surround them. One of them points a gun at them and even had a car riding.
Black Lives Matter. Because, yes, all these young men were black. But see, and obviously this happened in January. We're right now in March. So like I said, it's a couple months ago. But even still, if you just look at this, and I'm not trying to, have a racial divide here, but I want people to understand what happens when you allow yourself to be ran by your emotions. Because 9 times out of 10, these are the same, most likely, probably, and I'm speculating, but these white people that obviously they're white people, they try to blur their faces out or whatever. I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna speculate like that. But we know what people that are from Philadelphia, we know the mass majority of people that are doing these crimes, and they are young black men. Okay. Young black men are doing these crimes for the majority. All right. And the fact that this is happening, I wouldn't be surprised if the people they're robbing, they don't have Black Lives Matter signs posted all around their little county homes or whatever. I guarantee, I wouldn't be surprised.
By next, the robbery commences. In total, police say 3 suspects stole 2 Rolex watches with a combined worth of $37,000. Then they get back in and ride off.
I carry mace. It's Philadelphia. Sorry.
We showed the video obtained by Action News to this group in the same spot tonight. They say all you can do is hope for the best in this type of situation.
Watch your back. Just be vigilant. Keep your eyes open.
But police.
Yeah, whatever, dude. Whatever, dude. We know what kind of backs you're watching, and that's nothing. That's just how he comes off to me. He comes off as one of those rainbow people. Just watch your back and just hope for the best. No. These are strong armed or armed robberies that are being done to people in either broad daylight or late at night or even middle, whatever. And what's happening now is that these people, these people that felt as though they were, encouraged to go out there and just take what they think is theirs. These are very entitled people. These young black men that are out here doing these crimes, and it's really sad because no one owes you anything. Okay. Nobody owes you a thing. I'm going to let this play out.
They say they believe these suspects have been busy. Our sources say there were 4 robberies of this style in late September and mid-October, and 4 more reported just this week. With the latest happening just tonight on a dimly lit portion of Sansom Street in between 22nd and 23rd Streets. Victims were held up for their watches and money there. Plus, 3 more robberies allegedly happened on Mozart Place, right off Rittenhouse Square, where we saw police on patrol tonight. And each time, police say the suspects pull up in a stolen vehicle and ambush pedestrians at gunpoint.
It can happen anywhere. It can happen anytime.
Yeah, we're in the city.
And we just stick together. If you see something happening, do something about it.
Yeah, and what are you going to do? This is the crazy thing that kills me when they interview people. That's why I think a lot of stuff that people talk about, I truly believe that these people they're so oblivious just by the way they're talking. You know what I mean? Just by the way they're talking, their demeanors, it's so passe. You know, it's so passive. Just well, you just gotta just watch your back. And no, we're talking about people who are strong arming and robbing people. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about guys or people threatening you from afar or yelling out obscenities or racial slurs from across the street. No, we're talking about gun to your gut, give me your stuff. This is the stuff where therapy takes place afterwards. People suffer from PTSD after things like this. And they interview these clowns, and they're just shrugging their shoulders and just, oh, well, just got. Well, how about voting better? Huh? Stop saying that it is what it is. We gotta just stick together, walk in groups. Well, it doesn't matter, because how good is your group gonna do when you're trying to run away from bullets? Huh? What good is a group then? Because, see, that's where we're headed. We're headed towards a city where these criminals, whether black, white, or whatever, Hispanic, whatever, Asian, or whatever, but we all know majority of the crimes that are being done in this city is majority done by young black males. Okay? Black Lives Matter, they didn't do anything to help the situation. Okay? If anything, they put more encouragement into the criminals, to do whatever they wanted to do. Okay? That's what's happening to the city. And I'm getting sick and tired of hearing people
on the hunt for a serial
I'm getting real sick and tired of people who talk about this stuff. All right? And they continue to vote people in. Stop voting these people in that are not doing anything for your city. That's not keeping your children safe on the streets. That have no problem. Wow. Oh my God. Why on earth would you be a part of a city or sing this city's praises when this is the same city that is all about, and they encourage the narrative of defunding the police? Do you realize the police are the first line of defense between you and a government that could very well oppress you? That's what's happening right now. Because if they can get you to turn against the police, they can get you to turn against your neighbor. And then when China, Russia, or whatever other super country that feels like they want to take us over, they can come in and they can just take everybody out one by one state at a time. Because we're not unified. We're not even unified with the people that's supposed to help keep us safe. Okay? And then not to mention, they don't even want this is I got finished explaining this to my younger brother. You're living in a state right now that rather you not have a weapon, that rather you not protect yourself. Just wait for the police to come or wait for you to bleed out, whatever comes first. And that's sickening. That's sickening to me. I'm gonna show you one more video, and let's see what's what. Because I'm getting sick and tired of the nonchalant, passive attitude that Philadelphians are having towards the crime wave in this city. And nobody wants to stand up. Nobody wants to do anything about it. It's sickening. Very sickening.
Tonight, the record-setting crime levels in Philadelphia getting worse. We are seeing a real problem this year with gunpoint robberies. Robberies are up significantly this year.
U.S. Congresswoman Mary Gay Scanlon carjacked Wednesday afternoon in South Philadelphia.
My family car was stolen from me at gunpoint in broad daylight in a busy public park. Obviously, it was a scary thing to have happen.
And hey, lady, that's what happens when you're on the wrong side of the fence, when you're encouraging criminals to just tear down their neighborhoods, because you were definitely one of them. Okay, you're part of that team that stood by for many years and watched this city eat itself alive. Okay, you were a part of that. You and everyone else around you that's a part of that democratic party. Okay, you sat there for years upon decades watching this city eat itself alive while you sat by and drank mimosas and caviar and threw your head back, cracking the hell up while it was happening. So, no, ma'am, I do not feel sorry for you at all.
But I'm extremely grateful that no one was hurt.
Her car later found 45 miles away. The 5 people found inside, all teenagers, arrested and now charged.
The increase is pretty profound. I mean, we had just over 220 carjackings in 2019. That increased in 2020 to 341. This year alone, and we're not even at the end of the year yet, we're 724.
And now, the FBI and police on the hunt for a serial bank robber. They say surveillance videos show this man hitting 4 Philadelphia banks within blocks of each other.
Now, obviously, this video was done from last year. For some reason, YouTube, they're taking a lot of recent crime videos from police. I mean, I just want to just create. I'm just creating a narrative because it's not like this crime wave is not going away. It's not going back down. And what's happening right now is that what we have to realize as Philadelphians or people in Chicago, LA, New York, if you're not for this, okay, if you're not a part of it, if you don't want to be a part of this, then you need to speak up. You need to march down to your local community center or wherever it is that you want to go. And if you look, you have to say something. That's the only way this city and cities alike are going to get back on track. Because like I said before, the criminality aspect of any city, of any major city, it's a very, very small percentage. Okay? Very small percentage. Okay? 740 carjackings in the city. Okay? Probably double that by now in 2022. Okay? So I'll just say about 1,000 carjackings over 3 years. Okay, 3 years, under 1,000 carjackings. Yeah, that means the same people are doing it. Okay? You got over 1 million people in this city. Well over 1 million people. Predominantly in this city, right now it's I would say, well, it's probably still black. I'm not sure. I got to look at those numbers. But whenever you have that high of a crime wave in this kind of city, and it's carjacking, under 1,000 carjackings in 3 years, that means that either A, the cops aren't doing their jobs, or B, someone is just letting it all go to crap. And I think this is what this city is doing. They're letting it all go to crap because you voted it in, people. When you stood by and interfered purposely. Now, mind you, I don't agree. I don't believe in this political system because any president that was anybody that was president after Woodrow Wilson, that president was selected because once the Federal Reserve came into the picture, they just started choosing who they wanted as the president of this country. But that's another story. But the fact that this is one of the cities that took upon themselves to interfere with a federal election, you toss your city up for judgment. You toss your city up you toss your city to the wolves. And that's what they're doing now. These Democrats that's running this city, that's been running this city for the past 50 years, they're tossing this city to the wolves. They do not care about you. Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, all of them. Mayor this, mayor that. Anybody that's running, I will say this right now. Anyone that's listening right now, anybody that's running for any kind of Democratic office in this city, just shoot them. Just shoot them. And I'm sorry to be like that, and I'm sorry to speak death, but you know what? Just either get away from them or report them, because how can you still associate yourself with a party that literally for the past 2 years have done nothing, have not even 2 years, a year and a few months, they've literally done nothing but wreak havoc and destroyed majority of your Democratic ran cities. How?
Other over the past 4 months. The city has seen a staggering increase in gun-related violence in recent years. Philadelphia counting 545 homicides this year so far, many involving guns. That's a 13% increase from last year, after a nearly 40% increase from 2019 to 2020.
Undeniably, the increase in gun homicides in Philadelphia and other cities around the country is very disturbing.
To put it in perspective, Philadelphia's 545 homicides this year tops New York's 464 and LA's 382, both also up from last year. But Philly has about 1/5 of the population of New York City and is...
Yeah, I know. It's a race to see who can be the crappiest city. We get it. And you know what? I love using stations like 3, 6, 10, okay? Because they have no problem. They have no problem expressing the bad part. They tell it. That's the only time they tell the truth, is when they're talking about the bad stuff. You know, that's why I don't mind using them. But when it comes to like world news, political news, and all that, I use Fox or InfoWars. But when it comes to devastating facts like crime, yeah, I can always count on 3, 6, and 10, because they love it. They love it. They're like sharks. You know, they love the smell of blood, and the smell of blood is reporting the crime, because that's all they're here to do. I love 3, 6, and 10. You do a magnificent job telling the nightmares. I just want to tell you that. Magnificent.
Is less than half the size of Los Angeles. Why is this happening? Experts blame the social ramifications of the pandemic.
The pandemic we're all still stuck in has dislodged a lot of the social structures that would usually prevent violence. That means people going to school, people going to work, people seeing family. Everything is just turned upside down by this public health disruption.
But
well, no shit, Jeffrey. No shit. Okay? And honestly, it is. And honestly, this was all last year. And last year was only a few months ago. So we're still in this second year. And honestly, that place to your left, that's the Union League of Philadelphia. That's another issue in this city. I'm not going to get into that right now. That's for another video. But it's what's here, and it's exactly what's meant to happen. You know, this is why they want it to end. They need it to end. They need this to go out with a bang. All right, they need this to end the way it started, and this country started with a lot of bloodshed, and it has to end with a lot of bloodshed. All right, this country didn't start with no damn Thanksgiving and Pilgrim and all that. It was a slaughter. The way it was nothing but slaughter. It was nothing but bloodshed that this country started. So I'm not surprised at all. You know, it has to start the way it has to stop the way it started. and it's going to end in bloodshed. So I really hope people are waking up in this city, cities like Chicago, LA. I really hope people are waking up. And if you're not waking up, well, then I have to say that you're just a lamb fattened up for the slaughter. But what do I know, right? So look, that's the Tune Up Show. I'm Sam B. That's what I'm here to say, and that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to tell the truth, nothing but the truth. So help me God. I'm out. Peace.